over the weekend, and I saw such a wonderful sight. The queen of them all, Miss Donna Mills, was on the book cover of VC Andrews' Dawn. I was like,
Really?
way too rep. Yes, I took a picture of it. I was so excited.
Talk about cross promotion.
I know. I'm excited. I can't wait to watch it.
I have it recorded. I haven't watched it yet.
We have sped through VC Andrews, Flowers in the Attic, all four of those, plus Flowers in the Attic, the origin, and now I'm watching uh Ruby. I just finished Ruby. I'm obsessed with VC
Okay.
Andrews now.
Are they all connected somehow?
No. They're different series.
Are they all connected, or are they just separate stories?
They're separate stories, but each family, we'll say it's based on family, has like 4 to 5 books.
Um,
Well, Thomas has left the building. Well, while we wait for him to return, I currently started reading V.C. Andrews' Dawn, which is the book that Lifetime's new movie is based on. It's got Miss Donna Mills in it. It's got a new Kid on the Block in it. Yeah, I got quite a few people in it. I'm excited to see how the story goes because these families are dysfunctional and I love it. They give me all my soapy goodness that I need. And here's Tommy's back in the building. Hello, Tommy. What's troubling you? Man troubles?
Hi.
Girlfriend troubles?
You were freezing. I don't know if I was freezing for you,
You just left.
but
You were frozen for a little bit, but not much.
I just left.
Yeah, you just dropped off the screen.
Oh, okay. Seeing on my end, you dropped off the screen, but whatever. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and as always, I'm joined by Aaron.
Since I'm the one still live, I think it's you that dropped off the screen, son. No, just... Did you freeze again?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm hardwired in.
I think there's a delay.
Oh, so now we're like a award show.
All right, sorry everybody, we're having technical difficulties.
It's what happens when you move into a house and you're with your boyfriend and you're not married. You've seen soaps. You know what happens. Living in sin.
Wow. Allow. Okay. I think I'm hardwired in. Can you hear me?
You are much better now. So how about I roll the credits, and then we can start our discussion. All right.
Okay, so we're good?
I think we are.
Okay, good. We're all hardwired in. We are plugged into the wall like the old days.
I know how the tables have turned.
So we couldn't get this out in the beginning, but we're talking about The Bay, Season 2, Part 2, which is episodes 8 through 14.
14.
Initial reaction, oh my God. So many things happened that I was like, what?
I know. And the only thing I didn't get on my wish list was Lindsay Hartley back. She wasn't there. Disappointed. It's okay. She better be in season 3.
Well, this part pretty much focused around Jack's shooting and him being in a coma and fighting
Yes.
for life.
Yes.
Is it bad that I only remember his name is Jack because I think about Orchid calling him Jackie?
I always think Mr. Mayor. I like Orchid. She's fun.
Yeah. Not Jack. John
Blackwell.
Blackwell,
Mm-hmm.
his son, hates him. Shot him.
Well, as someone who has daddy issues, I can totally relate. However, I've never went as far as John Blackwell went.
I enjoyed the flashbacks to the younger versions of them.
Oh, they were fun. I loved his wife.
You really had to pay attention, though, I felt like, because they were known soap stars, so that's a little distracting because you're like, oh my god, it's so-and-so, and then you're not listening to like what's actually happening.
I'm like, oh look, Diana. But that's not Diana, But I like her. She's feisty. I kind of wish she wasn't dead.
Right.
I was like, damn it, dead. But I did like the whole like a Christmas Carol type vibe where she was showing him the past. We found out he's always been a little bit on the friendly side with his women's.
So Diana, you said? Diane.
No, that's her name on GH. I can't think of her name.
I can't remember her name on the show. Carolyn Hennessy.
Yeah.
She was John's mother.
Yes.
Correct?
And I'm guessing Jack's first wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that has to be right. I wonder why he has a different last name, unless that was her maiden name.
It must have been.
So when we were during the flashbacks, when they were showing a young Jack, not the one that was played by the actor that plays Pete, but I guess James DePaiva.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Now I knew it was James DePaiva because I saw his name in the credits, and then I was like, "Oh, it's him." But I forgot about it, and then Greg was sitting next to me, and he had to put his 2 cents in, and he's like, "Oh, Cord," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Cord and Tina from One Life to Live," and I'm like, "Oh yeah," and I'm like looking, and I'm like, "No, that's not right." I'm like, "That's Max from One Life to Live." He's like, "That's what I meant." He's like, "That's what I meant." Same thing. I'm like, "It's not the same thing," but okay.
Oh no. Poor Gregory. He tries, but fails miserably. No, I'm just kidding.
We have to keep in mind he stopped watching soaps in like 1995, so it's
maybe you have to.
It's all just based on his memory, which is not
back there. Look, he's like looking through the files, like, okay, back when I watched soaps.
So Brandon Beamer was on, and he played like 2 characters.
Yes, young John Blackwell, and then he's the new district attorney.
Yes, his son, who is brothers with Damien, the one that almost died in season 1.
Yes. I will say the thing that the Bay has really made me think about is how some of my actors who are still on my soaps are not getting the material they deserve.
Right.
Because I'm like, ooh, maybe Sean needs to have a bad side because I'm into this. I'm into it. Like, okay, yeah, let's go there.
We also got Thomas Calabro from Melrose Place.
I know. We hit him for a split second, and then it wasn't until the very end when he came back. I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot you were there." Who is Pete's father? I was
Yeah,
wondering how this was going to come into play, but I was
jaw
a little
drop,
shocked.
jaw drop.
I wasn't expecting that to be his father.
Um, listen, I love Sarah, but she's got a lot of men, and maybe Janice wasn't wrong when she said she was a slut.
Don't you talk about our queen that way.
I'm just saying, she's had a lot of boyfriends.
What I'm kind of curious to learn is clearly the family does not know that is Pete's dad.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to know like more of that backstory. We finally got a lot of backstory in this last part.
Did we know that Patsy Pieces' character
Was
was
Zoe's
Zoe's
mom? Yes.
We did know that.
Yeah. And ooh, can girl act like she's out lost it?
Her hair was extra crazy in these episodes, and I loved it.
That's because she went extra crazy.
I wouldn't even say extra crazy. It was just extra. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
When she jumped on that table, I was like, "Get it, Patsy. Get it, girl."
When Sarah like had enough and she like hit the girl in the face with the tray, I was like, "Yes, kick her ass."
I was like, "Get her, girl. Get her. Choke her. Come on." Oh, and a little bit of eye candy popped up on our screen. Christopher Sean. I was not expecting that.
Neither was I.
But yeah, I think it's because I know he's a wonderful guy too, which just makes him that much hotter. Because he's a wonderful, like, has a wonderful soul, wonderful, very kind, and then he's very attractive, and you're just like, damn.
So Pete and Vivian's wedding is interrupted by the shooting, so that doesn't happen.
I was not happy.
But they do end up getting married in a more low-key ceremony.
Mm-hmm. Actually, which let's speak of the preacher or priest, whatever you know, Kevin
Spiritus.
I was thinking, oh, is our priest going to hit on Daniel? Because I was getting a little vibe there.
I was too. When he kissed Vivian hello, I thought he was going to kiss Pete also.
I did too.
Where was I going with this? Oh, but the second wedding didn't happen until it happened after he proposed to Janice, who was taken to the hospital.
I was so scared she was going to say yes. I was like,
listen, I love it. Yes. I love to root for the couple that's not supposed to be together. So I'm rooting for them. Your couple may be married now, but that doesn't mean anything. They only got a year.
That a lot can happen in a year. A lot can happen in a year. Listen, Vivian and Pete will fall in love.
I'm just saying.
Did you not see that? Did you not see that?
Were together, and then Damon and Elena were together. I'm just saying.
Hush, hush. Did you not see that cute moment of them opening the champagne bottle? That is one of those moments you have on the reel when you're like sad and someone might die, and you're just like seeing the flashbacks. Those are the moments play the sappy song. You're just like, oh yeah, that's why I love them.
I stand the age gap couple, maybe because I can relate. Only I'm Pete in the situation because I'm the younger one.
Well, I just prefer I'm protective of Vivian. Vivian and Pete are beautiful together. They are so cute together.
Oh yeah, no, they're good. They're great to look at.
But they're wonderful. They got a little bit of history. Yeah. Janice and
Pete are angsty, and it feeds my soul.
Which is why they wouldn't last. They're all sex, nothing else.
They're not all sex. They love each other.
They're confusing love with sex.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I guess to be continued.
I guess
we can't fight about this all night.
I will talk to you in season 3, bitch. We'll see where we're at.
Yeah, when your couple's marriage ends.
My couple their marriage will not end because Sarah will fall in love with Vivian as well. And then they'll all love her, and Pete will want to do the right thing.
That sounds boring.
No, well, because then they'll have lots of other issues, but they'll still stay together as a couple. They'll triumph.
It was great to see Patricia Darbo again.
It was. She really hates that kid.
They're like, "Have you seen this person?" She was like,
She's like, "Yep, he's here. Come get his ass." Which, granted, he did awful things. So, I mean, I'm happy she called, but still, just there wasn't one like, "Huh, maybe my son didn't do it," and there's confusion. No, she's like, "No, he did it."
okay, I was super nervous when she kept getting out of the cop car that he was going to shoot her.
I know. I was like, "Stay in the car."
But he got
He did so good in that scene. Oh my gosh.
I hope this is the last that we see of him, but I want more of her.
I know. Me too. Well, one kid's dead, one kid's in jail. Luckily, she still owns that tavern.
I hope we see more of that one also.
Yeah.
So he was actually the date of one of the Garretts. I don't know who this person is or who's there.
She's a newbie.
Yeah.
We haven't learned just how tied in she is.
And she said Garrett. She didn't say Blackwell.
She did.
So
No, she said Garrett because they were like, "Oh," you can see the cops go, "Oh, fuck." Damn Garrett's always getting involved where they shouldn't, making our job harder.
So what else happened? Oh, Janice and her daughter made up. Leanna.
I did enjoy those moments where they were sitting on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And she was all, "I'm sorry, Mama, I was on drugs."
I'm glad that she could finally admit that she turned a 1 week high school romance into this epic affair that wasn't.
Okay, I was too. As much as I don't want Pete and Janice together, I was so glad she finally just went, "Okay, Mom, maybe." It wasn't this like huge love affair. It was like the time between classes for the bell to ring.
I'm sorry, but their cousin's getting on my nerves. The boy, the one that like was.
You don't like Daniel?
No, he gets on my nerves.
He's so cute. He's totally the top I would fall for.
I find him annoying. I feel like he does annoying things. He says annoying things.
You know, if he was 20 years older, you'd be taking off your clothes for him.
Maybe if he had a facial hair. I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like he says inappropriate things and does things that are weird. And I can't read him. I don't know if he's a good guy, a bad guy, or if he's just stupid.
Oh, he's just lovable, needs attention.
Is he lovable?
In my world, he is.
Okay.
Well, he wasn't like, he's my kind of guy because he was at the wedding. He's like, you know, Janice, like he throws something in there to make Pete go, "Oh, what's the woman doing?
Why? Why?
And then he took Vivian by, you know. So I like a man that likes a little bit of drama.
So John Blackwell visits his father in the hospital to finish him off. But he wakes up
in true soap opera fashion. John.
And he does not kill him, and Jack apologizes for how he treated him, and they have this moment. I found the blonde that's his daughter, not his daughter, the blonde that's the cousin.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it was a conflict of interest for her to be in there working as a nurse on her family member.
Well, it would be. However, this is a soap opera town. Conflict of interest only matter when the story calls for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus, what is Bay City, like 10 people?
I feel like I have to write down all the characters' names and how they're related because everybody's halvesies.
I was sitting there trying to, because I couldn't remember if they told us or what, but how, like, okay, did John come before Sarah? Is Sarah like, because Sarah has, I was looking, those, I think it was just me on my end, but I was trying to figure out where they fall and how his wife's like when he was
Mhm.
with Melody or. But what about learning that? Okay, this was some VC Andrew shit right here. When Jackie sleeps with John's wife.
He sleeps with. Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Who,
was like,
if you think about it, because I wasn't even thinking about it until later, was Judy Evans' character.
yes. So
Because
I mean,
it wasn't until somebody said, "Don't let her Bible thumping fool you," that it clicked in my head. I was like, "Oh my god, Judy Evans!"
yeah, yeah. I was just like, oh, okay, all right, Judy. Uh,
Now I kind of need her to come back because I need to. um, yeah, that was cool. So
I wa-
Vivian and Pete get married, which means he gets his trust fund, which means he can use that to get
Mhm,
Sarah out of
mhm.
prison, which he does. So when she's leaving the prison and she has like her little goodbye with Candy,
How
very touching,
sweet
by the
was
way.
that? I was like, oh,
I felt like she said, "I'll see you on the outside" too many times, and I was like really getting really upset that something bad was going to happen to Candy, like she was going to get killed or something.
oh, I
And I was like,
know.
if this happens, my heart is going to break.
I know. I need Candy to get out and come be like,
And work for Garrett Industries.
yes, yes. I mean, Candy gave Sarah her sucker.
Yeah.
Need I say more?
Yep.
Yeah, I like Candy. But I love the actress that plays Candy. She's so funny.
Um, I liked their moment when she said, "Why did you choose me?" And she said she could spot a good soul from a mile away. I was like, now you're
And I
gonna
was
die.
kind of,
You're
I was
gonna
like, really? Because from what I've heard, Sarah Gilbert hasn't done a or Gilbert. Sarah Garrett has not done a lot of wonderful things.
Matter of fact, watch your man.
And your grandpa's because
So, do we know who Eric Martzoff's character is? Because I don't, and I don't know if I missed it or if we are yet to find out.
I think he must be Marley's dad.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking. These episodes, I get so invested in, so like just I don't always. I need to take notes. I really should take notes. I get really into watching it. I get lost and just like, oh yeah, oh
for a minute I thought, could he be a younger Thomas Calabro's character? But then I was like, no.
no, they don't have no.
Hmm.
All I know is if he does not pull some Michael Mancini shit, that's a missed opportunity.
He made Michael Mancini faces, so I feel like he's gonna be evil.
I was like, oh look, he left Melrose and came to Bay City. Changed his whole, it's
he when he made his first appearance, didn't he say he was John Blackwell when he was at the restaurant and he
yes,
said he was dining alone? That confused
yes.
me because I'm like, who is he really?
I
And
think
then he
he
was
just didn't want
a
people to
lawyer,
know he was in town.
and then he was going to be Sarah's lawyer, pro bono, because their assets are frozen, which is confusing because she has to see him if that's her lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
and she knows she has a baby with him. So,
Well, I
like,
think that's part of the what we'll find out in season 3.
I didn't let the credits play fully. Was there a preview for season 3, like there was for 2?
Oh no, I stopped. I didn't check. I bet there was. I just didn't.
I let them run, but I didn't want it to like play next episode because then I would
Yeah.
have got sucked in.
I wanted so badly to start episode 1, season 3. I will say I thought it was interesting. Like Janice come back. Oh, I'll say yes. I'm like, okay, Peyton Sawyer.
Okay, that's not what
Wait till
happened.
the last
Okay,
minute to come back and then ruin his happy honeymoon.
it's because her daughter made her realize that it wasn't her fault what happened to her, and she has some self-worth again, and she realized that she is worthy of love and that she wants to be with Pete.
Well, she missed her chance.
Pete
Bye, girl.
proposed to her because he wanted her, not because he needed a trust fund.
He felt bad.
You're lucky you're in Arkansas. I would stab you right now.
I can't help. There's something about I don't know what it is. There's something about Vivian. I just like her.
I like her too, but I don't think her and Pete are supposed to be together.
Maybe this is my new Teresa and Ethan. Oh my god, if she starts acting like Teresa, I'll be in heaven.
I mean, I really don't know her that well to say that she would never act like that. So I guess we'll see.
I don't know. All she got to start doing is saying, it's fate. It's destiny. It's fate. Ethan and I belong, or Pete and I belong together.
Didn't she overhear him proposing to her?
She did. And see, that's how much she loves him. She's still willing to help the family.
Well, yes, she loves him, but he doesn't love her.
Yet.
Yet. Said every stalker ever.
I went to the school of Sammy Brady.
And if you
Academy
really
of
look at it,
Samantha Jean
Teresa was a stalker.
She just loved him a lot.
Her first episode was her reading articles about Ethan in a magazine and drawing horns on Gwen.
He was like a prince. We all look, that's all of us. We all do things like that.
And then she got a job as Ivy's like assistant, and she wore a wig and glasses for like a month.
She just wanted Ethan to fall for her, not for how she looked.
And the only reason why she did that is because she kept spilling things on him all over town.
That wasn't her fault. Ethan just kept walking into stuff. I will defend Teresa. She's like Sammy Jean. I will defend them until the end of days.
No, I love Teresa. I like she's one of my favorite characters, soap characters, but
yeah, she's crazy.
She would go to jail in real life.
Or no. And then she'd let Big Candy protect her.
So do you think Zoe's mother's ever going to get out? She's in there for murder, isn't she?
I can't remember. But oh God, I hope so. Because to see her running around Bay City, just getting in everyone's.
Maybe Zoe's going to visit her and we'll see her again, because I feel like they wouldn't have had her make that phone call to her if there wasn't going to be more to that.
I will say I did like Zoe more this batch of episodes.
I did too.
Leanna liked her in episode 14.
Yeah, she's nice sober.
Funny how that happens.
What else? I think that's pretty much everything that happened, right? Yeah.
Well, Steve went to see Sarah because he knows a divorce is coming. Oh, you forgot Sarah and Officer Man kissed.
Lex. Yeah, when that happened, I was like, huh, the whole town knows that her marriage is a lie and she has a boyfriend on the side.
It sounds like it. I do know, I hope if anyone ever has to go to jail, what better way to be released than with a crowd?
You
Like
just want
that.
friends. You just want like to sign autographs.
I don't need friends. I need fans. What movie is that from?
Okay, Jill, calm down.
No, no. I just thought it was funny how they're like Sarah. It's like, did y'all get the call? Like she's being released? You know, just all running down there.
I'm sure it broke somewhere that she was being released that day at some point.
One sign said criminal on it, and I kept watching that background actor because I wanted to see if she was mad or she turned into being cheerful and happy. I don't think she did, but
I thought I heard somebody saying free her, like she was innocent, chanting it, like free her.
yeah. Okay, Mary Beth is just so. I like her in this kind of role.
I do too, but I'm ready for her to like start kicking ass, standing up to these men.
She already did that once. You saw what happened to the girl on the table when she swung that. Okay, I'm not a violent person, but I gotta say that looked hella fun. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you're gonna buy a lunch tray and ask John if you could swing it at him?
Oh God, I would never do that. No, I'll do it to you. No, no, I would never.
I'll do it back. I'm like, I said Janice.
I said Vivian. The double tap. No, that's the new. When Jack's first wife poured like I have cancer and then poured stuff all over Melanie's head. I was like, get it, girl. Because I'd feel just like her if my husband kept cheating on me.
Do you know who that was? The blonde?
No.
That was Jensen Buchanan. She played Vicky and Marley on Another World.
That's why she looked familiar.
I think she took over the role after Anne Hesh left.
Okay. But I just kept his wife or ex-wife, I can't remember, I felt so bad for her because one, your husband cheating on you with multiple women, but then he's in love with some other girl. And he treats your son awful. Like when poor little John passed the bar and it was like, Daddy didn't care. I'm like, your son passed that. I was like, yeah, well, sorry. I have daddy issues. So when it comes to like, I'm always on the woman or the child side. The dad, you might not even try. I was like, John, go find a tray.
When they were watching John visiting him and he was gonna finish the job, I was like waiting for her to be like, do it, like chant, like rooting him on.
But when it just broke my heart when she came up behind him and just hugged him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, moments like that get me.
That was cool.
Play a sad song too. I'll be in tears. But
I think that's everything.
I do too. This show keeps getting better. Like it's getting better and better. I mean, you can tell that it was filmed different. Like I'm looking forward to when like the episodes expand a little bit, and it wasn't like the web episodes put together. Because I feel like we'll get more context into things.
This felt like it was a little bit more.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it's getting more, and I enjoy that.
I was looking at the phones too. So this was probably like 2017, around that time.
Season 1 was 2010.
I know, but things were like spliced together, and then they have like the beginning, and like I don't really know how that all worked out once Amazon got a hold of it. Because I saw iPhones that could have been around 14 or 15, maybe 2014 or 15. And I'm always like looking at the hairstyles. to see like how much has changed since season 1.
It's crazy though. Now you can't really tell by hairstyles. You have to look at phones. A phone will give it away.
The phone will give it away, but also Pete kind of had like a Justin Bieber haircut in the first season, and that's
Oh yeah. Well, everyone goes through that phase. I had that swoosh phase, and I was before Justin Bieber.
like what 2010.
Actually, no, I had it probably from like 2005 to. Well, I had long hair for quite a while.
I'm just saying it's very much of that time period of like the late 2000s,
Which is when I would have been around that.
which is when the show premiered. Well, we are looking forward to starting season 3 very soon. If you don't have anything else to add, I guess we can wrap this up.
I don't. I give this season a solid 8.
I agree, even though we don't agree on who should be with who. But
if he wouldn't have proposed to Janice, it would have gotten a 9. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm in it for the long story. I'm not in it for quickie wedding.
Quickie weddings lead to happy long marriages.
Okay, we'll see. We still have like what, 6 more seasons.
I know I'm trying not to look because I don't want to know.
I know. I was looking for pictures and I was like, don't look, don't see who's in the cast.
I know. I have to remind myself, just stop. Yeah. Don't go look at anything.
Well, thank you for joining us for another edition of The Bay. As always, you can find us on all the socials at Queers and Soaps. And until next time, have a great night. Bye.
Bye.